Like I say, we're here for questions and comments pertaining to what you would like to see, or if you have an issue with something, you need some information pertaining to that. 311 is the number that you call if you have an issue with anything.
What do we have to do about these abandoned houses over there that people are squatting in? I've been turning these in since Stan Pope was the mayor. Y'all keep telling me that you'll take care of it. It takes time. It's been over 10 years since I've been turning these in.
Maybe some of the police here can answer about what they can do and how they can respond to situations.
Well, y'all keep telling me you can't find out who owns them. I've got it right here. Who owns them?
You know, this is a big issue in the fire service, right? Because we find a lot of these vacant houses, they catch fire, right? And it's typically there's no electric plugged into them or whatever, so they're started in ways that, you know where I'm going, right? And so it's a safety issue for my guys, my firefighters, but also the public, right? Whether it's somebody that's in there trying to stay warm or a neighbor.
This is primarily for Mr. Harris. You are our representative on the city council. So the job description is to serve as part of the city legislative body representing their specific district to enact ordinances, approve the city budget, and set the city goals. So when you were working on the budget and when you all were making decisions about impact fees, if the budget was so tight, then there does not make any sense for you to give builders the removal of the 25% impact fee. In other words, it doesn't make any sense at all what your decision was to vote yes.
Paid attention to, once we had voted on it before, it was 4-3, correct? Okay. Then when it came around the second time, I made sure I was the last one to vote, if you paid attention to that, right? It was already 4-2, okay? Even if I would have voted against it, it still would have passed. And I ran for this position because I want economic development. That is my mission. And I know it upsets some people that they want the same old stuff that's been going on around here for 50 years, but I'm not that person. I want growth, and that's why I'm here. My kids and my grandkids deserve new stuff, and that's the reason why I voted that way.
So you're voting for the other districts to bring more people in, but there's an interesting backslide to that, which is, since the more people come in, and theoretically that makes you have more sales tax. Well, that sounds pretty good. The problem with that is sales tax cannot be used for street construction, which was actually the whole point behind the impact fees.
Impact fees, to me, we have street maintenance and all that, so it just has to do a matter of time. That's just what I believe. So if y'all got that impact fee set up for street repairs, fine. We even used some of that impact fees even on the street when they did Laprina, which was great because we needed that to have that business to come to supply jobs for this community and for this town. The impact fees only get spent where they were collected, okay? So the impact fees that were being made off of Southwest Lubbock were not and is not gonna get spent in District 2, okay? So only the money that's collected in District 2 for impact fees will be spent in District 2. It's just that simple. The impact fees only get spent where they were collected, okay? So the impact fees that were being made off of Southwest Lubbock were not and is not gonna get spent in District 2, okay? So only the money that's collected in District 2 for impact fees will be spent in District 2. It's just that simple. So, but anyway, Ms. Patterson-Harris, do you have something to say? Yes, ma'am.
And I'll begin by asking that we not blow smoke up the butts of the people here and understand that whether or not the impact fees out there pay for that, which is how it was set up, likewise here, the funds that were collected here as a means because of the development of Leprino, which is not a lot, and it went by combining the funds that the city had and the county to do that. However, if you cut that off, the remainder of 19th Street, and the hope is that with Leprino being there, that they would draw other businesses. Now what happens, if that happens, and the impact fees that could have been collected for those businesses that we hope will come to the area because of Leprino won't be any place around, and the city won't have the money to build those roads. And I'll say, you're right, Mr. Mayor, a lot of the newer bills that need to happen are in the southern and western portions of this city, but it does not take away the needs of the people in the eastern and the northern portion of this city. Before we even started doing impact fees, there were funds set up and available to do the maintenance and not even maintenance, building of dirt roads, which was the issue in the eastern portion of the city more than any other area. And so I just ask, let's not just say, oh, well, no, this goes for this goes for that. Either way, it's one area still impacts the other, is what I want us to make sure that we say to the people. And I'll sit down and won't say nothing else.
It's on a list, and it will get done. They will get done. The bond money was passed for them, and they will get done. We do them in a certain order, but they will get done.
Well, Ms. Patterson Harris, I want to thank you because I have seen the work that you have put forward.
We don't do them all at once in the first year. So the fact that we've passed a bond and something hasn't been done yet doesn't mean it won't be done. It will be done in its series, and there's some that we're going to be doing when school is over that we'll be starting on. We try to do them at the right time, at the best times.
I said I have a concern. I don't know whether it's for the city or whether it's for the state. But my concern is the striping over by DK 711. I talked to the
Yes, ma'am.
councilman before about this. And it's dangerous when the striping is not clear for the cars to go whichever way they want to go, whether they want to turn left, or straight, or right. And I just want to know who is in charge of that, because Martin Luther King striping that area on Zenith needs striping.
Yes, ma'am. When I got back with you, I told you that it was text dot, and I did turn that in. And when I went by there, I seen they had redone the yellow. So what you saying, they need to do the white as well?
I'm saying they need to do all the striping.
Oh, okay.
It's not clear.
'Cause remember
You
I
didn't
called
tell-
and told you.
No, you didn't call me. I saw you.
I saw you
and I
saw
asked
me.
you
Yes.
about it.
Okay. Yes.
But I just want to make us aware of that.
So you need the white done as well, because they went and
I
did the
think that
yellow.
whoever's over that needs to come out
Text dot.
and make sure that it's striped right.
So I am wanting to know what proposals or what recommendations have you put forth to the city about economic development for this area?
Well, not just anything in particular. I have talked to Bill here, and we've been in conversation pertaining to some type of resources and trying to get grant money to get it situated to where I can figure out some programs that we can get as far as, first to start off, to give our youth something to do. I have, on my own, have been going to some of the schoolhouses, talking to some of the young men about this gun violence.
Development Association, I attend all their meetings, and we go into an executive session where we look at businesses that are wanting to add, build new businesses here and add jobs and spend money. And because it's executive session, we really can't talk about it. They're in contract negotiations and everything. But what I will tell you is 80% of the new potential businesses coming to Lubbock that we have looked at in the past year are going to be in District 2. And these are big businesses employing hundreds of people. So economic development is coming to District 2. We've got a lot of interest. You know, I can't tell you the names of them because that's all private. All the negotiations go on in private. But if you were in those meetings with me, you know, you'd be surprised at how many people are looking at Lubbock, wanting to build businesses that employ hundreds of people, and almost every one of them is looking at some location in District 2. So you are going to see economic development.
Evening. I'm Reverend Dorinda Henry. I live in an area obviously forgotten by the city, Yellow House Canyon, one of the only areas in the 50s that even allowed Black people to purchase homes. It is the only area that has an American Legion, or at least had an American Legion, that was named after a slave. And they're trying to tear it down. And I am here to get on your agenda, your meeting schedule, because I need to have a conversation with you about that personally. The other thing is that you mentioned that, you know, these things don't happen overnight. I get that. I really do. I came home because I lost a sister and a niece 7 days apart. And Mama, Berlene Henry, having worked in the fields, these cotton fields, somehow managed to put together enough nickels and dimes to purchase one of those homes in the Yellow House Canyon area. And she made us promise that no matter what, we would never sell that house. And so I came home from over a $100,000 salary in Seattle, Washington, here to Lubbock. And I drove through this area, and no, it didn't happen overnight. But over time, a lot has happened in Lubbock. But it has happened everywhere else but the east side. And I don't even have to start talking about the fact that absolutely nothing has happened in Yellow House Canyon. So I hear what you say when you say that these things happen overnight, but they seem to happen overnight on the west side. Every time I turn around, there is some type of new development on the west side. Unlike this gentleman here that allowed you to
Yellow
shout
House
him
Canyon,
down,
I go
I'm
to
not going to
church
let
in
you
Yellow
shout me
House
down,
Canyon.
sugar. You're not
Yeah.
going to shout me down.
Okay.
So get off your phone and listen and step
No.
aside and let the mayor
No.
take the mic
No.
so I can finish saying
No.
what I'm saying.
No.
Because I'm going to finish
Keep saying
saying
what
I'm
you're
saying.
You can be mad
Now,
at
the other
world.
thing,
Keep saying.
I was born mad.
Okay, keep speaking. Enjoy yourself. Keep talking.
My name is Dorinda Henry, Reverend Dorinda Henry, and I'll be standing across from you in the next 3 years, sir. Because I don't care if you are the only vote, you have to be that vote, and you have to advocate. And I don't care if you are the only one crying in the wilderness. Cry! Do something. I can't believe they put you and your simple behind in office in the first place.
You are a mad Black woman. Enjoy.
My name is Stephanie Hill, and I'm a District 2 resident. First of all, and I don't want anybody here to get mad at me, but I want to commend the Codes Department, the PD, and I haven't had to call the fire department, thank God. But in an area of town of Chapman Hill, which I have personally taken the challenge on of trying to revitalize. I'm gonna go stone broke doing it, but I'm trying to revitalize, especially Cedar Avenue. And those departments have been very helpful in helping me get started. That's the first thing. So thanks, Stuart. Thanks, PD. I appreciate it. And I stay on their behind, so they know me when I call. Second of all, Mr. Harris, when you want to say economic development in East Lubbock, in District 2,
Yes, ma'am.
what are your boundaries?
There are no boundaries.
No, where do you want to see the economic development grow in District, not East Lubbock, because District 2 consists
It goes
of,
way, yeah, it goes out.
consists of more
Right.
than East Lubbock.
Yeah, it goes all the way out to the
So
city
I
limit
think for the
sign.
citizens' sake, you need to define where in District 2 you're expecting to do the development, because the majority of us here, and everybody thinks District 2, oh, well, we're going to have something over here in East Lubbock. As long as you have those pop-up houses that I don't know how the city approved, of home ownership people that you need to draw economic development in that part of town. So that's why I wanted to know what your boundaries were when you say District 2.
Yes.
Where can we look for the economic development to start? That's the first thing. Second of all, how many more permits have been issued to that guy to put up those pop-up houses?
Yeah. Well, we've been discussing that as well.
Because that's what they are. They come
Right.
assembled, and if you drive down MLK, you can see the grass between the foundation and the house.
Yes, we've been
And
talking.
that can't be safe.
Yes,
So those they can't eliminate them, but
Right.
you need to stop it.
right. Yeah, we've been in talks about those, and I think somebody whoever owned them, to my understanding, our conversation, they sold them to someone else, and
Well, it's not
And-
hard to find out who owns them. You just go on
Right,
the tax roll and
right,
find out.
but-
Because I've gone on the tax roll and
right.
found out.
But the first person that started putting those up, they don't own it anymore.
Well,
to
I
my
would like to
knowledge.
request to codes or whoever issues those permits to not issue any more for those pop-up houses. If you want quality homes, build the smaller homes like they're building in Southwest Lubbock.
Okay.
I personally I purchased 2 houses on Cedar. I'm trying to get another one so I can make Cedar Avenue look like her street. Because her street looks good. But I'm a landlord,
Yes, ma'am.
and I don't own anything I wouldn't sleep in myself.
Right.
And some of these landlords, I have called landlords that own properties across from me, and I tell them, hey, look, I know you don't need this little $600 you're getting here with as much dope as you pushing in Houston.
I can't even think of his name right now, but he is interested in putting some apartments off of 82nd, which is District 2 as well. And they're going to be Section 8 housing. And what he says, the apartment complex is going to cost him $14 million, which is in District 2. So I have been talking with him about it. So, and hopefully, we can get that done as well. But we're about to close here, and I just want to. Oh, come on, Will. Come on, Will. Y'all, yeah, our show ain't going.
Hey, thank y'all for putting this event on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I just got a few questions for you. I supported you and voted for you.
Yes, sir.
But I was kind of disappointed. I went to that impact fee meeting on Monday, and my main question is, 6 days prior to that, you were in support of the impact fees. What changed your vote in that 6-day period?
What changed my vote? I just explained it, Will. I said it
No,
was
I'm sorry,
already.
but I got here a little bit late.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah. I
watched
said
it
if you noticed,
afterwards.
the 6 days before, we voted, it was 4-3, right? We lost, okay? I sit there when we got ready to vote again. It was 4
But
to 2.
I need to reinsert one thing, please. There was about 8 people that spoke on that Monday, and out of the 8 people, 5 of them were from your district.
Uh-huh.
They were wanting to keep the impact fees in place. The other 2 people was our former council person, Joyce, I can't remember what her last name was, but and there was another guy that was a developer named Tom, I could look him up, but anyways, he's a heavy-duty hitter in the development area, and he was wanting to keep the impact fees in play. So the only person that supported it was a developer that spoke towards the end. And one deal about the whole matter is, what I understand is he wants to try to get a bond passed so citizens here can pay for their development over there. And could you let the taxpayers in your constituency here know why we should pay for their development over
See,
there?
that's the reason why I voted the way I did, Will, is because you got people saying, and they've been saying it, they taking the impact fee money and they're spending it in Southwest Lubbock. Haven't you heard that? Haven't you heard that?
No. What
Haven't you heard that?
I hadn't heard it at all.
That's
so
been going
sorry,
around here for a couple of years. They taking money that they get out of East Side and they spending it in Southwest Lubbock. You have not heard that.
No, I'm not
Oh,
heard.
okay.
But
Well,
what I have
that's
here,
what,
no,
that's what when I figured out that the impact fees were not together, when the only thing, the impact fees that come out of Southwest Lubbock are going to be spent in Southwest Lubbock, and the money come out of impact fees that come out of East Lubbock or District 2, that's where it's going to spend. That rumor that's been going around here for years that they're taking money from East Lubbock and spending it in Southwest Lubbock.
but wait a minute. You got to hold your horses here. I understand how the money is distributed. That's not a problem.
Yeah, you do.
But
I know you do.
But you got to hold up on one thing is if they want to pass a bond, then you guys are going to be responsible for paying them for the bond for developers' projects on the other side of town. Your dime is going to go into that bond money every year for the next 30 years. And that's, could you tell these people why we should do that?
I mean, you making good logic there, Will. But like I say, I just been in here a little bit over a year.
I
okay.
understand that, yeah.
So it's still some things I'm trying to figure out.
But then
and
again-
I'm going off of my heart and my gut feeling to try to get things done right.
Correct, but when your constituency comes up 5 people in a row saying keep the impact fees in place, you didn't take a chance to even listen to what even myself, I spoke in favor to keep the impact fees in place, and you didn't even listen to me. And I mean, and I'm
Well,
really disappointed in that.
Right.
you
Well,
know.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Will. You're a friend of mine, been a buddy of mine, been
Yeah,
knowing
yeah.
you for decades. You know, you helped me get in office. But, I mean, when you got one pulling against the other, I just had to make a decision. And that decision was people are saying this, and we done lost already, and I hate losing.
Well, I don't think
We had
that-
already lost.
Well, I mean, you can't just rule yourself out of a football game because the score's 18-7. You know. You just
Right,
Gotta, you
you're
got to
right,
keep. You
you're
got to
right.
keep rolling and get back on.
You're
on-
right,
on
but I
this-
was just like, well,
Yeah.
we already done lost, so I just went ahead.
Well, I mean,
you know,
I don't
and
think you
that
should
was
throw
the
the
reason why I
towel-
did.
And the people that live in the area deserve better than that.
Right, you're right, and we're in talks of it. We've been talking about it. I'll do what I can to make sure that it doesn't continue.
Okay, good deal.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you, Will.
Thank you for y'all's time.
And one more thing before we get out of here. Sorry, Mary, it's 7 o'clock, but to the gentleman there, and I didn't like to say wasn't trying to disrespect you by looking at my phone. I just wanted to let him know that I did return his message on October the 14th, 10:38. Okay? So it's right there that I sent you the message. So
All right, well, anyway,
tell me what I did and didn't do. You're not gonna do that.
all right.
I know it's late, Mayor.
Gordon probably doesn't get quite as many emails as I get. We do get a lot of emails, and sometimes the quickest way to respond is by responding to that email, District 2. That's what we're trying to focus on tonight. I'll stick around.
Well, I want,
It's just for a public meeting or whatever.
well,
But-
listen, I need to get this off my chest.
Okay.
Before I explode.
You going to explode?
My name is, yes.
Yes,
my
Ruby.
name is Ruby Robinson.
Yes, ma'am. I know you got
Well,
a street you
know
want.
me. I ain't had to bother codes in a while. I'm still crying about
That street.
Yeah. So what is gonna take a fatality for them to come out there and put all the little road things, all the little boxes and all that stuff? Just like you said, them paradogs are smart. People smart enough that they see them strips in the street and they see those signs saying slow down or saying the message. I've had my house ran over to, car ran up right into my house. We had one kid almost hit. We had a kid hit. So what is it gonna take just for y'all technology to say, oh no, y'all don't need any? Well, put a sign out there, something, clears that place, slow down or something. No, they say that, well, I don't qualify for no speed bump because they technology, the traffic technology say it don't need now. So I guess they're gonna take a kid laying out there dead before they say something happened. And that's why I'm still, like you said, I'm gonna be like that little woman in the Bible. I'm gonna wear that keep word that king. I'm gonna wear the city and everybody else until something got to give.
Okay.
That's one of the things. Another thing, this thing up here on this trailer place up here on 19th Street. Now, where I at, this trailer, whatever it is, right here on Oak and 19th Street. Then I know somebody said in a meeting one time before that in 5 years or so many years, that's tech stock right now. But it's supposed to come, the city supposed to
get it sometime or another. I don't know how soon that's gonna be. And all that junk sitting up there. Anybody in here wouldn't want that stuff in their neighborhood. Time you pull up in their house and their neighborhood and see that. It's stuff in the alley, and the alley don't belong to TxDOT. That's the city. And they got trailers that's sitting back there and stuff. I can get some weeds in my alley that tall, and here Stuart and them sending me a letter. And this a whole trailer tractor thing sitting in the alley over there. Have been for years. And I went on the website. I didn't call. I went on the website thing. And they told me that it was part of, you know, that the front part belonged to TxDOT. But that alley don't belong to TxDOT.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so the city still haven't done anything
You say it's
about
on
that.
19th and,
19th and Oak. You can't
Oak?
miss it when you come through here.
okay.
All that stuff right there on 19th Street, 19th and Oak.
Well, they're almost done with it, Ruby.
But you
They
know
are
what?
almost done with
Man,
it.
they had hay out there. Every time they fix up something, y'all tell them to move something, they bring something else in. Okay, and I'm gonna reiterate what Stephanie was saying. Everybody's talking about these little cookie cutter houses. Back in the day, that's what our parents called shotgun houses. So, and all that stuff, and these houses that they building, I sat there across the street from my mother's place. The lumber sit out there all winter long. They did not grade it when they put it out there. They went out there with a weed eater and cut it and throw the concrete down. And a lot of all them houses, like she said, the grass is coming up. One lady across the street said she turned on one light off, something else come on. But that's here or there by that. But again, let's let them slum landlords. And back when I came up, don't urinate on my boot and tell me it's raining. Amen. And that's what's a lot of things we getting done here. Just said done. But I'm still gonna wear you. I'm wearing you. I'm wearing everybody. Cause see, I'm retired now. But I'm not being upset or angry. I just want to see stuff done.
Talk about economic development, and we have businesses coming. What type of business? We don't want any more factories over here. We need houses and things over here.
Are these businesses polluters?
Right.
Not one of them is a polluting industry.
You still dumping the cheese in the lake over here?
Okay. But the next question I have, we did have our street resurfaced on East 30. Okay, what happened to the speed bumps? We worked hard to get those speed bumps, and they're gone.
The speed bumps is,
It was reallocated.
They didn't put. It looks like a jumper. Those weeds are taller than me. Okay. My last one is the gin on 9.